So today I'd like to talk about bigger picture thinking. And bigger picture thinking is when we have our goals aligned to our largest priorities. And we have this outlined in a way that we know the direction we're headed. Now, the way we do this is we focus on the tasks at hand and we don't let the other distractions get in our way. We stay positive and believe that we complete our larger goals by having faith in our potential and having faith in our future success, i.e., believing that our future goals and our future successes that we want for our lives are possible. So we start living that way. We start talking with affirmations that speak as if those things have already happened in our lives. We say, I am successful. I am wealthy. I am able to do anything that I want to do. I am athletic. Things like that. Things that we're actually working toward. And that's part of the bigger picture. So our priorities being in order and knowing the direction that we're headed help us trap this positivity in our lives. We attract everything. And then we keep it. We keep it close to ourselves. So the way we reach that, of course, is knowing what we want. So if we know what we want, we can go after it. If we don't know what we want, we can't go after it. And it sounds like an oversimplification, but when you don't think about it, you kind of ignore the aspects of the whole system and the way that it works. So if we keep these big, large priorities in order and we keep our focus attained by us and we stay on the straight path, then we know how we can get all of our goals and all of our big achievements and have all of these great successes in our life. So, continuing on, we want these bigger goals, so we need to outline what they are. So we outline what our major ones are, and we focus more on them than everything else. Because we live in a society and we live in a culture where we are constantly being overwhelmed and we're overthinking about many different things. And we need to take some of them thoughts out of our minds, because if we continue to think constantly about all of these little things, they take away from our thinking time when we're trying to focus on the big priorities. So, if we focus more toward our main goals and our main priorities, then we're using this more valuable thinking system. So we outline our goals and we know exactly what we want and we think about them every day. And if we think about them every day, especially in the morning, we will attract them into our lives. And we will subconsciously program ourselves to be heading in that direction, because we will put that into our subconscious that that's what we want, and therefore the universe will help us attract those things into our lives and help us achieve those things for the future. We'll also use most of our attention towards achieving and getting those things. So say that you want to be a lawyer or something like that. First, you have to get into law school, of course. So since first you have to get into law school, you have to apply for law schools. But when you apply for law schools, obviously you have to convince the board that you're somebody that you should be, that you are someone that should be allowed into the school, that you are someone of value, that you would do good things in their university, and that you would provide a good reputation thereafter graduating, and that you would graduate because you have these important credentials. So you have to show them the credentials that you have. And if you're, of course, still in college, you pick to be in different extracurricular activities and things like that to make your resume look better. So you're focused on the big picture, but you're piecing it all together in a way that helps you achieve and become recognized and valued and worthy of your big achievements. In other words, what we want to do is make sure that we know what our main goals are and that we have them in our brains every day. And that we don't let distractions keep us from A, knowing what we want, and B, continuing to follow a path that leads us towards achieving the things that we want. And we also speak to the universe in a way that we continually communicate consciously and subconsciously to attract those things into our lives. We continually tell the universe that we want these things, and therefore the universe, by the law of attraction, must give us those things. So by, say in the morning, writing down your goals, and at night writing down your goals, you are programming those goals into your subconscious, and you can set that goal, write that goal in the morning, and prioritize it so that the things that you do in your day are shooting towards accomplishing those goals.